present
Hello
in
there.
your movement practice. There we go.
Thank you. Good morning and welcome to everyone. My name is Advayamati, and my housemate Jay is joining us as well today. He's also involved somewhat in Buddhafield. And we're based in Bristol, or the People's Republic of Bristol, as it should now be known. So we will be doing another body Dharma yoga session. And so for me, the importance of body Dharma yoga is that it enables us to use the body to attain high meditative states, to attain freedom, and to let go. Let go in particular, I suppose, of stuff that we hold in the body. And it can be a variety of things that are held. And so the body holds a score, as more recent science has pointed out to us in particular. So the Dharma perspective is that it is not just a preparation for meditation, it is not separate from meditation, and that we're bringing, first of the foundations of mindfulness is mindfulness of the body and its movements, and how we respond to that, what our mental response is to that. So it's quite somatic in its basis and Scravelli inspired. So the important thing is bringing in that awareness, and of course awareness in the form today of consciousness. So does everybody have a strap or a belt? Okay, if you don't, then I'll give you a gentle alternative. But if you have a belt or a strap or some sort, that'll be used later. So what I've found after many years of teaching meditation is that quite often when people sit down to meditate, a lot of the time what they're doing is sitting down battling hindrances. But what I find when you do body work is that that discursive mental process tends to stop. You become a lot more readily absorbed in the now. Although, as I explained on Saturday, the now doesn't exist either. Okay, so let's just get into a seated position initially. And you do have the honour and privilege of helping me celebrate my 20th anniversary of my ordination today. Okay, so just checking in with how we are at this moment. So checking in physically. How are we? Any particular areas of tension or discomfort? And just stepping back from any judgment, just bringing kindly awareness to them. aware of any particular thoughts, not holding on, just observing again, just stepping back and watching the thoughts as they come and go, seeking to avoid developing any particular train of thought. Looking for any gaps in those thoughts. Checking your feelings, any particular emotions. So those feelings constantly change. We don't have to over-identify. Don't have to develop any narratives. We're just observing, bringing our awareness and consciousness to them. Conscious of where we are in our rooms. Any sounds, noises. Again, we're not seeking to push away or to change, just allowing things to be as they are. We do not have to impose our conceit, our needs onto anything. Aware of breath, not interfering with it in any particular way, just aware and conscious that we are breathing. We are borrowing each breath from the air and noticing the effect that each breath has on the body. Conscious of our contact, and from contact sensations arise. They may be very subtle. So aware of our contact, different points of contact with the earth, with the ground at the moment. Our bones and flesh in contact with the earth. Aware of our energy in our body at the moment. Do we have contact with our energy? Aware of our contact with the earth and where we end and the earth begins. Can we locate a particular point? Or is it fluid? Conscious of our fire, our temperature at this moment. Again, checking any tension that may arise as we spread the light of awareness to different parts of our consciousness. Conscious of our space within, but also now the space around us, below and above. Is it different from the space within? Are we limited? So as seeming humans, one of the things that characterizes us is our self-reflexive consciousness, our awareness of awareness. So we can just dwell in that for a few moments. So seeking to sustain that same quality of experience, we mindfully make our way onto our backs with our knees up and the soles of the feet on the ground. And we can again bring our consciousness, our awareness to the different range of experiences that this brings, and certainly different points of contact. And I invite you just to lift your head up slightly and tuck your chin in and place your head back on the ground. We're just extending the spine at that part of the body, allowing, encouraging the energy in the spine to flow. And our points of contact with the earth continuing to establish themselves, having trust in the earth to take the full weight of the body. As your temperature changed, as your breathing changed, as the effects of the breath on the body changed in this position. And on the next out breath, allowing the legs and knees to fall to the right side. And maybe looking to the left. Conscious of the effect this has. If there's particular tightness, breathe, relax, and release. Bring in softness and kindness to areas of tension or discomfort. Breathe, relax, release, and let go. On the next in-breath, bring in the knees and legs back up to the center. Conscious of the effect that that has. Is it the same as before or different? And on the next in-breath, allowing the knees and legs to fall to the left side, looking at the right. Breathe, relax, release. Trust and let go. Continuing to let go. Continuing to breathe and relax. And on the next in-breath, bring in the legs back up to the center. Has your relationship to the earth changed? Has your awareness of the room changed, or is it the same? And on the next in-breath, bringing the knees to the chest, using the palms in front of the knees to gently pull the knees towards the chest. And you can use a variety of techniques here. You can leave the knees as they are. You can alternate the knees to the chest. You can change or explore different widths of the knees going towards the chest area. We can bring the knees together and roll along the back of your sacrum. So you can use one or combination of those techniques, and we will return to this as constant care for our lower back. So much tension is held in the back that can lead to dis-ease. So in this position, I'm taking the opportunity to rotate my ankles and stretch the toes. We're not always conscious of our toes, so spreading them brings a little bit more life and energy to them. Bringing the feet back to the ground and earth. Being aware of sensations in the body. From the next in-breath, I'm going to move the feet to each side of the mat. So we're having a little bit of a wider stance, depending on the width of your mat. And again, it's a simple adjustment, but it may have an effect that's different to your experience. And the next in-breath, allowing the knees and legs to fall to the right side again. Trust in the earth, trusting in gravity. Breathe, relax, release. And the next in-breath, bringing the knees back up. Pausing for a moment, just experiencing that. And allowing the knees to fall to the left side. Maybe this time looking to the right. Breathe, relax, release. Very gentle rotation, supported by the earth. Letting go. Next in-breath, knees back up to center. Noticing the contact of the soles of the feet with the earth, as with the rest of the back and body, arms. And the next in-breath, knees to chest. In whichever way you've worked out feels most useful for you this morning. Checking that you're also relaxing your shoulders, your neck, your jaw, your face, your tongue. Just aware of any tendency to tense up. Feet back to ground. Arms to the sides. Again, on the next in-breath, knees falling to the right side. And this time I'm bringing the whole of the body onto the right side, knee to knee, palm to palm. So again, just bringing your consciousness to how this position feels. Maybe in particular noticing your shoulder or shoulders and allowing them to relax and soften even more. Breathe, relax, release. And so we're going to move into a supported rotation of the spine. Again, helping us develop flexibility in the spine, which can help us with better health. And on the next in-breath, I'm raising my top leg and top arm. If you want to watch, you can at this point. I'm coming over and I'm waiting to where this naturally brings the other leg over, and the arm can go with that, and knee to knee, palm to palm on the other side. And we just keep repeating that in a gentle rotation, knee to knee, palm to palm, lifting the top limbs, keeping the body relaxed, waiting for the other leg to be naturally pulled over. And we start in this gentle motion from side to side, relaxing the whole body, finding your own rhythm, your own pace, conscious of movement in space, of connection to the earth, to your temperature, to your breath, to your awareness. very metta response to ourselves, a metta action for ourselves, just gentle relaxation, movement of the body. So you can stay with this if you want to stay with this for longer, or we can move to option 2. Again, if you want to watch, now is the time. In option 2, I'm again starting knee to knee, palm to palm, and I'm straightening the top limbs, rolling onto my back, exploring space, ending up knee to knee, palm to palm, the other side, straightening the limbs, really enjoying a sense of stretched relaxation. Again, bringing consciousness to our extremities, stretching the fingers and the toes, as well as our limbs as we move through space, air, supported by earth. Okay, when you're ready, coming back to our resting position, knees up, soles of the feet on the ground, arms up to the side. Checking Vedana, the sensations in the body. Conscious of contact in all the different ways. Am I separate from the earth? Am I separate from space? Am I separate from air? Am I separate from my temperature, my fire? Am I separate from my consciousness? Is it my consciousness? And the next in breath, knees to chest. Rotating ankles, stretching toes. This time pressing into the inside of your knees. And then all around the knees. The knees can again be neglected. If you've ever injured a knee, you'll realize how important they are. So sit up, facing your feet, using your fingers inside of the shin, pressing all the way down, doing that a few times. And then arms in between the knees, grabbing the side of the feet, rubbing the feet, grabbing each toe, rubbing and pulling. In shiatsu and acupuncture, traditional Chinese medicine, all the meridians end in the fingers and toes. And this helps us to stimulate the energy there. Rubbing the side. Coming back to ground in our resting position. Aware, conscious of sensations and feelings in the body. So again, bringing the knees up, grabbing the side of the feet. And just holding that for a moment. Breathe. Relax. Release. Known as the happy baby pose. And so we can gently rock from side to side, which helps gently to exercise the sacroiliac joint. It can also help us to, again, check the level of relaxation in our shoulders. We can bend and straighten the legs to help us with the momentum, like we did when we were babies, or most people did, not everyone did. And we can really explore the space with our legs in this position. Again, you can stay with it, so if you feel like a little bit more fun, you can come up, be upright, and back down, and roll around. If you've got space. Okay, we can come up into that upright position with our feet, soles of the feet facing each other. And we can open the soles of the feet like opening a book. So again, just giving them a little bit of attention with the thumbs, massaging the different points, keeping the shoulders relaxed as we do that. Okay, we can use our elbows to gently just put a little bit of pressure on the inside of the legs here. Check in, breathing, relaxing. Back in the days when I did martial arts, my teacher used to very kindly come and stand on my knees at this point. But okay, taking a deep breath, arms up into the air, into prayer position. And seeking, and I say seeking because there's no competition, again, grabbing the feet and bringing your head near to your feet as you can. It's not a competition, just working with what your body will do. Breathe, relax, release. And then working our way back up. We can experiment with bringing the heels a little bit closer to the groin and just noticing how that feels. Supported. And on the next in-breath, we're going to make our way onto all fours. And you can just notice how it feels to be on all fours. And I'm just going to encourage you to have a little movement. In fact, the body is constantly moving. So we're just respecting that little bit of movement, maybe going from quarter to quarter, from knee to hand to knee. Noticing how that feels. Again, a gentle massage of the lower back, sacroilium. Again, aware of your shoulders. Are they rigid, or are we allowing them to soften? So I'm going to lift up my shoulders and drop them. Lift up and drop. Bringing the shoulder blades together when we drop, if possible. And we're going to experiment a little bit more, explore the joints and rolling the shoulders forwards and backwards. You can try alternating the sides of the shoulders. And we can start to bring the lower back into the movement and see how, in fact, be aware of the whole movement of the body. Moving one part of the body affects the whole. I'm then going to sit back on to my heels, stretching the arms forward, resting the head on the floor into child's pose. Breathe, relax, let go. Let go. Next in breath, coming back up to all fours. And again, slight, subtle, gentle, constant movement. Looking at each hip side to side, gentle side stretch. Back to all fours. And just allowing the spine to naturally fall and curve downwards. Again, keeping the shoulders soft. And And in-breath, curving the other way. So we're doing the cat-cow, the head drops. And repeating this, going from one to the other in your own time. And when you allow the spine to drop down, the head raises up and exaggeratingly your bottom points up to the ceiling. So going from cat to cow and gentle stretching. Again, with a sense of the shoulders soft and flexible. And you can move the shoulders too. They don't have to be rigid. Tapping into a natural movement that includes the whole body. And this time sitting back again into child's pose. Breathe, relax, release. Your arms can either be aside or forward, whichever feels appropriate for you at this moment. Next deep breath, back up to all fours. Again, just checking the relaxedness of the spine, the lower back, shoulders. We're going to move forward, almost into a up dog, and then backwards, as if we're going back into child's pose, but we're not going to stop. We're just going to keep the movement, keeping the flow. Conscious of being relaxed, soft, flowing. Again, you can experiment with coming from what might be child's pose along the ground and into a kind of up dog. Okay, coming back to our fourth position. Going to point, move the hands outwards and pointing the fingers towards the knees. We're just going to gently ease back and gently stretch the wrists. Checking that the lower back is relaxed as well. Checking the shoulders relaxed as well. Okay, bringing the fingers facing forwards again. Rolling around the wrists. Then bringing your fingers to face each other. And again, just moving, stretching, rolling gently. Those wrists changing direction. Again, aware of the spine, the lower back effects, shoulders. Then bringing the fingers to face the front again. Sitting back into child's pose. And from here into an upright position, sitting on our feet as such. The next in breath, raising the arms up, interlocking fingers and changing palms towards the ceiling and stretching up, holding, checking your connection with the earth, checking your shoulders are relaxed. And then lowering your hands towards the top of your head and raising again in your own time, maybe doing that about 5 times. Checking your level of extension and stretch and comfort, using the breath to enjoy. Okay, and holding at the top, checking the rest of the body relaxed. And then releasing the fingers and slowly allowing the arms to make their way towards the earth, being conscious of the range of experiences and sensations on the way. Next in breath, back up onto all fours. Again, checking the back is loose and fluid. Shoulders looser. Bringing the palm slightly more central, the left palm, and raising the right arm up into space, stretching the fingers, rotating wrists. And then threading the needle, moving the arm under the other arm, resting on your right side of your face. Breathe, relax, release. Next in breath, back up to all fours. Sitting back into child's pose. Back up to all fours. This time the right palm comes a little bit more centrally on the ground, lifting the left arm up, stretching the fingers. Is it the same or different to the other side? Breathing, enjoying the stretch. And then bringing the arm down under the other arm, threading the needle, resting on your left side. Next deep breath, back up onto all fours. Check in the relaxation. Next in breath, back into child's pose. conscious of your feelings, thoughts, emotions at this moment. Next deep breath back up to all fours, checking relaxedness, flexibility. And again, this time bringing the palms slightly more central, and I'm raising my right arm straight forward and my left leg straight back. Checking that the hips are relaxed and aligned. Stretching the fingers and toes of the raised limbs. Checking the shoulders are relaxed. Breathe and enjoy. Again, conscious of the range of experiences at the moment, but opening up to a sense of equanimity, of non-reactivity. We are conscious of observing. Breathe and relax into the stretch. Okay, coming back to ground, sitting back into child's pose. Next in breath, back up to all fours. Checking the hips, the shoulders, the backs relaxed. Bringing the right palm slightly more central. Raising forward the left arm and back the right leg. Checking the hips aligned. Breathe and enjoy. Relaxing, observing. Conscious of the feelings and sensations at this moment. Checking the shoulders and lower back are relaxed. Checking the hips are aligned. Spreading fingers and toes. And coming back to rest in the ground into child's pose. Coming back up to all fours. Again, moving, relaxing the spine, the shoulders, the lower back, the body. This time the left palm slightly more central. Extending the right arm, left leg, stretching the fingers and toes, checking alignment of the hips, and this time bringing both limbs to the side into a 90-degree angle. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Coming back to ground, into child's pose. Coming back up to all fours. Check in relaxedness. Bring in right palm more centrally. Extending left arm, right leg. Stretching fingers and toes, checking the alignment of the hips, and then to the 90-degree. Back to ground, child's pose. Back up to all fours. Check in relaxedness. Next in breath, bring the left foot to ground. And from here, we're going to explore our range of movements. So I'm placing both hands back on the ground. And I'm just going to rotate around, exploring a little bit of the range in my left leg where it meets the hip. You can explore with lowering the body, seeing what works for you at this moment. Conscious of your tension, of your resistance, and just responding with kindness and awareness. I'm now going to press my left hand in alignment with my left foot and raising my right arm up. Again, you can use a little bit of movement, exploring any resistance, any stretch gently. You can move the arm if you want. Just keep it. And then we can change, bringing the right hand onto the ground and lifting the left arm up. Again, exploring the range, the natural movement of the body. Okay, bringing both hands back onto ground. Back onto all fours, back into child's pose. Next in breath, coming back up, raising the right foot. Again, bringing your elbows down onto the ground, exploring the range of movement in that joint, the hips, forwards and back. Pressing the right hand in alignment with the right foot, raising the left arm up. Enjoying any stretch, breathing, softening. Moving the arm. And then changing to the other side, pressing the left hand in, raising the right arm up, stretching the fingers. Both hands on the ground again, just a little bit more rotation in the hip joint. And then back onto all fours, back into child's pose. Coming into a cross-legged position. In the vertical. Just conscious of how it feels to be in this position. Does it change your relationship to the room, to yourself? And so I'm starting to rotate my torso into circles or spirals. I'm going to widen that circle. I'm going to as wide as possible now. Checking my shoulders, neck, head are relaxed. So these are known as Sufi rolls. Sufi rolls, not sushi rolls. Sufis are mystical Muslims who use movement and dance to raise their level of consciousness, to expand their consciousness, whichever model you want to use. Let go of the discursive mind. Finding your own momentum and center in the movement. Checking the lower back is relaxed, your shoulders, neck, face. Try in the other direction. Does that change our consciousness? Does it change sensations and feelings? And then again, gently shortening the circles or spirals, coming back up to a still place in the center. The next in-breath, raising the arms up and then coming forward, walking the hands, stretching the lower back, but seeking to keep the sitting bones, the ischial protuberances, in or close contact with the earth. Head on the ground if possible, if not, that's fine. And gently pressing the palms with outstretched arms into the earth and loosening up our shoulders in this position, exploring the rotation of the shoulder joint in this position, forwards, backwards, sides. And then walking backwards, raising the torso to the upright. Again, conscious of the effects of the feelings of our tone. Okay, changing the fold of the legs and back into the Sifi rolls. Changing direction. And again, slowly shortening the spirals, getting more and more subtle. More and more subtle. In fact, the spirals never really stop. Next in breath, raising the arms up, coming forward, helps walking the hands. Next in breath, walking back the hands, coming again into the upright position. Next in breath, placing the right hand on the earth, the left arm goes up and coming over to your right side, onto your elbow, seeking to keep the left buttock and sitting bone on the ground. Breathe, relax, release. Letting go. Relaxing the shoulders, both sides. Next in breath, coming back up, windmilling to the other side. The left elbow, keeping on the ground, stretching, breathe, relax, release. Next in breath, coming back again up to center. Checking feelings, consciousness within, out, around, not separate. So if you have a strap, now is the time to get it. If not, I will give you an alternative, don't worry. Coming onto our backs, knees up, feet in contact with the ground, with the earth. Next in breath, knees to chest, in the way that serves you today. Straightening the legs up to the ceiling, holding the back of the knees, checking the shoulders relaxed, neck and face relaxed. Stretching those toes, rotating ankles, checking the shoulders relaxed, the lower back relaxed. Bringing the feet back to ground. If you have a strap, placing it in the left foot just below the heel and holding with your left hand. If you don't have a strap, simply grasping your big toe with 2 fingers. Doesn't matter if you bend your leg, doesn't matter if you lean up towards it, that's all fine. But if you've got the strap, you can then straighten the left leg. I'm just conscious of how this feels. The relationship to the earth, space, breath, temperature. And next in breath, straightening the right leg along the ground. Again, noticing how that feels. And the next in breath, allowing the left leg to fall to the left side. You've got your big toe, that's fine, just going as far as you can. Breathe, relax, release. Letting go into freedom. Pure consciousness. Letting go, another level. Relaxing even more. Letting go even more.
shoulders, lower back, just letting go. And the next in-breath, bringing the leg back up towards the ceiling, grabbing, changing hands, grabbing the strap with the right hand or grabbing your big toe with your right hand and 2 fingers there on. Left arm out to the left side, allowing the left leg to fall to the right side, looking at your left palm. Breathe, relax, release. Relaxing the whole body, letting go. Next in breath, bringing the leg back up to the center. And if you're on the strap, the next in breath, bending the knee, bringing the heel into groin. If you've not got a strap, just grabbing your left ankle with your left hand, bringing that heel into groin, allowing the knee to drop, the lower back to relax, shoulders, neck, face, tongue. Breathe, relax, release. Next in breath, leg back up into the air. Releasing the strap, both knees up, feet on the ground. Conscious of the range of experiences in the body, your relationship to the earth, to space, to air, temperature. Difference between the left and the right sides. Next in breath, knees to chest. Rotating ankles. Making sure, conscious of your feet and toes alive. Feet back to ground. Strap or hand to right foot. Straightening the right foot. Or grabbing your toes with the bent leg with your right hand. Next in breath, straightening the left leg along the ground. Next in breath, allowing the right leg to fall to the right side. Breathe, relax, release. Relaxing the whole body, enjoying the experience, fully conscious of this moment, letting go, relaxing even more. Different layers unfold, let go. Next in breath, leg back up towards the ceiling. Changing hands, grasping either the strap or your big toes with the left. Right arm out to the right side. Allowing the right leg to fall to the left side, looking at your right palm. Breathe, relax, release. Relaxing the shoulders, the legs, the back, the neck, letting go. The past is gone, the future and idea just being fully with your conscious awareness now. Next in breath, leg back up, grasping strap with both hands or grasping ankle, heel to groin. Breathe, relax, release, softening. Non-separate, the earth to space, temperature, air, breath, consciousness. Next in breath, leg back up to the ceiling, holding for a moment, enjoying, releasing the strap, both feet to ground, knees up, consciousness around. Aware of sensations, openings, space, freedom. Next in breath, knees to chest. Feet back to ground. So we will now enter a period of Shavasana. So if you need a blanket or some warm clothing, as your body temperature tends to drop. And again, you have a range of options. You can keep your knees up. You can put a bolster or cushions under your back of your knees, or you can just straighten legs out and fully let go into consciousness, into now. We can even let go of all of that.
Coming on to your right side. Conscious of how that feels. And when you're ready, making your way into an upright position. Thank you for joining the session today. And I do Body Dharma Yoga every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock on the Bristol Buddhist Centre website. And yeah, I hope you found it useful. We've got a moment or two if there's any particular feedback or questions. It'd be nice to hear from you.